So you have to be careful that every single decision that you make in here, you know why you made it. More importantly, the report you're producing by the end of the year, you have to justify for each decision file you give us, you have to justify or be able to explain, either for real or you make up a really good story that we believe that explains why you selected each of these numbers. This is your marketing plan.
So you need to diarize and narrate what you're doing. So among the people in the group, you have to write down, well, we had a conversation about so-and-so, and we decided that we're going to fire 2 salespeople because we thought that it'd be better to something. So that's what you need to do.
Yeah. So I would strongly recommend you keep a running journal. You one of you do it in Word. Every single decision you make, you document why you make that decision as you go. Because the final report will be 18, 20, maybe even 30 pages long. It's not all going to be typed out content. It's going to have graphs which you're going to create that show market share. It's going to have the statistics in it, and it's going to explain your decisions. And if you keep a running journal of those decisions, you can cut and paste them into your final report at the end. So really what's going to happen at the end of the semester is not writing a 30-page report. It's compiling from all the information you've collected the final report. You're going to add a summary at the beginning, a conclusion at the end, a little bit of other content in it, but for the most part, you'll have built it as you make these decisions.
Yeah, you're writing a story, basically, as you go along through the process.
So keep that in mind, that you can go back and forth through the pro forma, and you can watch the numbers change, but if I change this to 15, why? What was my justification? And my justification to begin with in year 1 entirely comes from this book, understanding my product, my market, and all the other variables. So unlike the real world where you would have the entire world full of information, this book, the first 4 chapters, is all you have. This is your world. When you get your report back from year 1, you've got your world plus your results. And as I said to my class, once you're in groups, look at the people in the other groups. Because in a small industry, in the real world, in a small industry like this, you're going to know who your competitors are. And you might even know some of the people that work at your competitors. And that's competitive intelligence as well. So you're going to look around and say, well, that group of 3, they're useless. They're going to be lazy. They're just going to guess. We don't need to worry about that. Maybe that's something you're going to use in your decision making. Maybe it's not. So once you're in groups from this point forward, unless Tim suggests otherwise, you should stick with your group. You should keep away from the other groups as much as possible because you don't want them to hear about what your decisions are because they will steal that information, and you should. You want to keep it, well, that's why there's passwords on these files as well. We're not going to use them, but just if you delete it, empty the trash can once you've got it on your flash drive. Because, hey, corporate espionage, I'm sure Tim has a webpage on that. So it can happen. Whatever you want, whatever you need to do, is so that your company profits go up, so that the president, which just happens to be Tim and I, so that we can have our yacht and our $6 million bonus, which is critical. So that's how it works, you guys. And
anybody have any questions?